I returned to one of my favorite early season spots again this week. Gin clear water, very, very spooky fish, but had a fantastic trip. So I'll jump right into it here. First fish we have here, you kind of see the clouds coming out. He's tailing, and there's a branch there to the left of me. I actually had to wait for him to clear that before I could really take a shot. That bush there is just, there's a couple of them in this area, and they grab anything, and you're going to bust your fly off or spook the fish. So I had to wait for him to clear. And rather than doing a drag and drop in this situation, I actually led him a little bit. You'll actually see him come through right there above the pointer. Led him a little bit, let him come over, gave the fly a twitch, and then he came over and he ate it. And so you see a little bit of the first person there along with the drone footage of him coming over. So you see I led him by several feet there. He comes over and move the fly a little bit, and then you see him move forward just a bit there to eat. Boom. Once he noticed it. Yeah, so that's not really a drag and drop, right? That's more of the lead. Let the fish come up to it and then give the fly a twitch. Now that is a technique that works. It's not as effective as drag and drop, but a lot of times, especially for really spooky fish, and all these fish really were pretty spooky. So skinny water, or just anytime they're being extra wary, that is a technique that's the one you want to employ in those situations if drag and drop won't work. So that was a successful shot and a beautiful fish. Utah tends to be a little bit bipolar in the springtime, so we were going from moments of like nice blue skies to cloudy and spitting a little bit of snow and rain, and obviously the visibility gets a lot worse there, but that's the situation. So I actually spotted these fish tailing from quite a ways away. In real time, it actually takes me from that first shot to where I actually get to take a shot at this fish. It actually took me 10 minutes to move down the bank. I said these fish were just being so wary, and then I dropped it in on this one. This one was a drag and drop, a little ways out there with an unweighted fly, and then he comes over and he ate it there, and I missed him. So you spend 15 minutes trying to find the fish, 10 minutes trying to get in position, you make the cast, and then something like that happens. So yeah, just a part of the game here. So again, not great conditions here on this next fish, not real good light conditions, so I'm looking for those clouds, and then I'm trying to work the fly around those clouds. So that's what I did here. I dropped it in, and then you can actually see the fish dive on the fly right there. And honestly, I didn't see the fish, I just could see the clouds and was working the fly in that area. So again, that's a technique to use. I've talked about in muddy water situations where you can't see, you use those clouds, or any other indicators, bubbles hitting the surface to try to locate the fish, and then you make an educated guess on where they might be. And it worked out in this situation. And this is actually an absolutely stunning, nearly full scale mirror. This is my favorite variety of carp. The most pretty. There's a lot of contrast between the scales and the kind of the background on these fish. So just my favorite, my personal favorite fish. Now with the sun back out, you can kind of see the fish a little bit better. So I spotted this fish. He was a little ways out from the bank. I'm actually hiding behind one of those bushes I said I don't like that grab everything. But that's what I was sitting behind. I made the cast here. And then he comes over pretty aggressively and eats it. And he wasn't moving much there until the fly came in. And a lot of times with the drag and drop, when you drop it in front of them, they will get pretty aggressive like that. So he came over and ate it pretty aggressively. Fortunately, I missed. It seems to be a theme so far this year, but that's okay. Just having the encounter with the fish to me is one of the most enjoyable things about the sport. So another fish here, spotted moving along the bank. Still have some pretty good light conditions. In a little drag and drop with him, and then just the way he explodes out of the water. I love these fish. You know, a lot of people don't view carp as athletic or a predator, but I mean, I think pretty clearly when you watch this kind of stuff, I mean, you can see these fish are just incredible. And he gives a pretty good long run. Actually ended up getting me all the way out into my backing and into a deep hole before I was able to get him back in. And again, just another fantastic mirror. This last shot was a kind of a comedy of errors. It was pretty hard to get in on this fish. I was actually looking at a different one, and then I kind of noticed him come out. So he eats there, and I miss him. Get it back in on him, another dress, so 2 drag and drops in a row. Drop it in right there, bring it over, and you'll see him turn, and boom, he eats, and I miss him again. So yeah, would have been, you can kind of see the shadows getting longer. This is getting pretty late into the evening. Would have been nice to pick up one more fish, but it's nice to get another shot. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Some really cool footage this week.